Spoken thought. This message to all the females out there that's got to live in a woman's stage. Stop carrying the weight around. Whatever that COD got to be, that cash on delivery, do what you got to do to take care of you and yours. God gave you a power, a beauty that a man needs to pay for it, has to pay for it, should pay for it. That is one of our responsibilities that God gave us, because you're going to do labor for God, not man, not even yourself, but for God. God can come to your womb and create a fetus inside your womb. So the beauty he gave you, that man wants so bad, that gentleman desire, and what he desires, a gentleman desires a lady. And her COD is credit on demand. But until you reach that type of contract, in the meantime, between time, it's a COD, cash on deliver. Pay up now, pay up here. Until he willing to sign that contract and take care of you fully and completely and every day in the eyes of God, not man. A gentleman don't care about what a man does or done or been there. And if that particular male gets in your life and asks you when you chose to be his lady, commitment is not in the man stage or the woman stage. True commitment is the lady and the gentleman stage. Understand that. So never commit to a man, and a man should never commit to a woman. I'm a gentleman. I cannot stand a woman. Don't want a woman. Will never ask God for my desire to be a woman. Never. Understand the difference between want and desire. Desire is a much higher level of a want. It's all your wants put together that you truly desire, that one that has it all. I want a lady in the street and a freak in the sheets. And God is okay with me wanting her to be a freak. And a lady's okay being my freak, only mine. Not everybody else. A woman, she's going to be everybody's. A man, he's going to be everybody's. And he's a monster. A gentleman is a beast. You don't want a monster in bed. You want a beast in the bed. He's methodical. He's going to handle you mentally, emotionally, and physically. The MEP. A man, he only wants you physically. Want. He doesn't desire you mentally, emotionally. Men cannot handle the mental and emotional capacity of what a female brings to the table in her lady form. A gentleman can. He learns that that's his final stage, and that part of that stage is understanding the mental and emotional. Again, I cannot stand a woman, but I understand her. And if she chooses to be a woman while I'm being a gentleman with her, then she's not right for me. And I'm not right for her. She's going to disrespect me, and I'm not going to deal with her. Now, if my man stage, trust me, plenty of women. Been there, done that, had that. Doesn't matter what form or who. That's my man stage. And you don't want to deal with the man in me. I left the man in me a long time ago. I started being a man at an early age. And I got bored with that. I said it has to be something better than a man. What's greater than a man? It's when we learn to handle our mental and emotional. And that's a gentleman. That's the gentleness in us, the mentalness in us, the emotionalness in us. I still got man in me. So don't get it twisted. And when I feel that I go back to that man, then that tells me that female is acting like a woman. She's bringing the man out of me. And I don't want to deal with that. See, a lady has everything a woman has, and then some. A woman has it, but she doesn't deal with that part of herself, because a man don't want to hear that part of herself. It becomes frustrating. When a woman tries to be mentally, emotionally with a man, they become at odds with each other. It's a fight. And she's upset why he doesn't understand her. And she's got to do this to try. And he don't want to hear it. She has to choose the male that chooses to be a gentleman. That chooses to be a gentleman. You can't make him be a gentleman. He has to choose and become frustrated with women out there that he said he no longer want to deal with a woman. He'd rather have a lady. But the only way he know he can obtain and maintain a lady is becoming a gentleman. He has to choose that time. You can lead him to the lake, but you can't make him drink. He's going to have to become mentally, emotionally frustrated in his man form and know that the only way he can handle that mental, emotional is be becoming a gentleness, a gentle creature. And understand, we say it all the time mentally. A lady in the street and a freak in the sheets. I just don't know if that's the thing that you choose to want. There's a difference between a man and a gentleman. There's a difference between a woman and a lady. You have to understand that. And the common sense about that, God will tell you. So you have to listen to him mentally. God speaks to your thoughts. A whisper from God comes in the form of a thought. Jesus speaks to you in your thoughts. Don't ignore your thoughts because you ignore Jesus and God. The weight you're carrying around feeling guilty because what you're doing to survive in your woman stage, don't. Just don't desire to be that woman all the time. Keep in your thoughts that you want to be a lady. And God will send you a gentleman. And when you choose to be that lady, no different than a man got to choose to be a gentleman. You act like a lady, you speak like a lady, you will see like a lady, and you will see your gentleman waiting for you. And you have to choose. Don't run from it. A woman runs and expect to be chased by a man. You don't want that. You want to step up to that particular male that's acting like a gentleman because you're mentally, emotionally aware that he is. And you see the difference. And once you recognize that difference, and then and only then, you become a lady with a gentleman. A woman, there ain't nothing wrong with a woman. Nothing. God don't make nothing bad. There's no bad women. There's no bad man. We're just not right for each other. And it's not the time for one another. Only when we choose to be a lady and a gentleman will come together. But a man and woman, they're always apart, battling. Take the time and understand your manifestation. Female, girl, woman. Your final stage is a lady. Then you can reach your goddess level. Male, boy, man. Then we become a creature of two, a gentleman. Then you become a gentle angel. But if you can't understand that, you'll never reach your higher self. And you'll be frustrated. You live in your cocoon, you will die in your cocoon. Your cocoon is the woman stage and the man stage within you. Truly take the time and think about it. The message is in there. Listen to the full video and get the message. But stop carrying the weight around. What you have to do as a woman, that's the man in you. God gave enough man in you. You should never need, want, or even ask God for a man. It's disrespectful to ask for something that you already have. Go home and look at your man and denounce the man in him. I don't want a man. I don't need a man. I will never ask my God for a man. And a man should go home and denounce the woman. Don't want a woman. Don't need a woman. Will never ask God for a woman because she got too much man in her. I'm a G. I'm a gentleman. Capital G-E. I'm a G. Not a capital G. There's only one capital G, and that's God and God himself. Will never step in front of God and try to be him. I'm from him. I'm part of him. I am a God in my own right, in my own mind, because I know I come from him. Believe in that. But I can never be him. You can never be him. You are a goddess. You come from his rib. I come from God's blood. You bleed the blood of God. You carry God's child. You live through a birth. God is within you. That moment in time when God comes inside your womb to create that fetus, you have direct communication with God. The only thing you got to do is think about what you want. God will answer to you. Believe in your female. That is the sex that creates you. The sex of a goddess. A male is the sex of an angel. We walk amongst us on earth. And it's hell. So every day you got to get up and go strip, go to work, escort, make a man pay for what he wants. You got to pay for your wants. Your desires, trust me. You'll have that at home. You want to marry that. We marry our desires, not our wants, because our wants is always changing. But if you desire something, it's going to have a lot of your wants in it. She's going to be your complete. He's going to be your complete. desire a gentleman, ladies, and gentlemen, desire a lady. We've been saying it. I want a lady in the street and a freak in the sheets. Even the female creature don't know what they need to say. They say, I want a gentleman in the street and a beast in the sheet, not a monster. A beast is methodical. He has the same size, shape as a monster, but he's methodical mentally and emotionally. He's aware of his spirit and his soul. Your spirit is your energy. Your soul is your emotions. A gentleman respect that. And a lady will too. She has no man in her. But a woman and a man will disrespect that. In so many forms, in so many ways. Have a blessed day.